Nation, to our UTSA preview episode. Today we're just gonna go over the game preview for CSU UTSA and talk other stuff like Torrey Horton. Just real quick, I want to give a little shout out to the CSU student section this week. They were awesome.
Yeah, dude, the student section.
Was it 15,000?
13,000. I think.
No,
I
swear to God. It said 15,000 on Twitter.
Oh, I thought John Wimber said it was 13,000.
Yeah, I think we might have had some overflow late, but I think the official number was over 15.
Yeah, because
that's insane.
I remember seeing like a post on Twitter by account that was saying like the top like stadiums filled, and we had 101%.
Yeah, we exceeded max capacity technically because of the students, so that's pretty awesome, guys.
Yeah, the students. Hopefully the students stay for. Hopefully we can show out a little bit.
We're projected a pretty big crowd versus UTSA. It's a night game, 7:30 start. FS1 too, so nationally televised this week. And really, like, UTSA is a really good program. Like,
they really are.
said in his press conference, UTSA is one of the top G5 programs in the country. Mm-hmm. So, definitely a big game, guys. So let's get into it. First I kind of wanted to talk about BFN a little bit. So this week, he was announced a starter. Wasn't really expecting like Jackson Brousseau to take his job really at all.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't think so either. On our episode last week, I said that Braden was still going to be the starter probably after. I think he just had a really bad game. I'm just curious how he's going to respond after probably one of the worst games in his career, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I honestly had no worries that Braden was going to lose the starting job to Jackson.
It's his job, and Jay said in a press conference, like, he's our quarterback. He's always been our quarterback, and we've seen that, like, 3 years of him starting. I'm interested to see how he can mentally bounce back from last game to this week. The bye week definitely helps, which brings me to like our next topic. He's getting a lot of criticism for really just being a college student. He had this like viral TikTok post to where he's like paying for the girls' tabs and going out to the bars and drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ridiculous that people are giving him crap for that, for saying like really just messed up stuff, to saying like he's a drunk and all this stuff. The dude's just having fun. He's just like us, dude. Like, the dude's a college kid and he's trying to enjoy life. I don't know why people are being so
I'm the first to criticize Braden with his play on the field.
Yeah.
But I feel like people are taking it way too far when they're like going on social media and criticizing the kid for having fun with like college girls and like partying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's a bye week, it's a Saturday. He's going out to the bars and hanging out with his friends. So it's like, there's not much to criticize there. I'm really hoping that he takes this week very seriously and that he puts all of his like mental fortitude into like really playing well this week. We really need a big game out of him. What are your thoughts on BFN this week and like finally being in that quarterback competition? But do you think it pushed him? I
think it did. I think it just put Jay putting. I think Jay did it only to motivate. I think honestly, this would make so much sense to me. Jay probably only did the quarterback competition not because he thinks that Braden just is bad. I think he just did just to push Braden and give him like a little bit of motivation. Like, hey, you didn't play good, and now we're gonna scare you a little bit into thinking that you're gonna lose your starting job, so you play better. I think that's what Jay did, which honestly is a really good idea. It's a great way to.
It is a really good coaching tactic.
It is a very good coaching tactic, and I don't know. That's what I think that Jay did. I don't know. I think Braden knew. I bet you Braden probably saw all the posts on social media about people dogging him about how bad he played against Northern Colorado and stuff. So I don't know. I would hope that it puts a fire in his ass to fucking play well. You know what I mean?
I'm really hoping it did. I think Braden's like a really smart kid, and I think that he has the edge over Jackson in a lot of things as long as he really like puts all of his focus onto the football field and preparing correctly. Like, that's the big thing.
Right.
Is his preparation correct? But that's one of the knocks he got from Jay from this last week's press conference, is that he didn't think that BFN prepared enough for the game, and I don't think his head was all there. If he can flip the switch and really prepare really well for UTSA, I think we see a better game out of BFN.
I agree.
I don't know what my
think part of
expectations are for him, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't think part of it, like with the UNC game, I don't think part of it was his fault because I just feel like the whole team just kind of underestimated Northern Colorado.
I think it was
and so I think Jay even did too. So his play calling was very conservative and very, not like superly aggressive and stuff. So I'm guessing Braden probably wasn't expecting to, have to do very much. But once the halftime came around and they're losing by 10 points, I think Jay was starting to realize that, oh my God, okay, we need to pick it up and play to win because we're on a fence here, and we might lose this game if we don't.
Well, so what I saw with the offensive play calling is that when it got to halftime and the second half started, it was kind of that mindset that everything has gone wrong, like everything that can go wrong did go wrong.
Right.
So what we saw in the start of the second half is really just feed the running backs. It almost seemed like he lost trust in Braden.
Yeah.
At the start of the second half, and he got stubborn. He's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna run the ball. They cannot out physical us." And we ran the ball 9 out of 11 plays on that first drive in the second half. And maybe that is the recipe for success for this year's team.
Maybe.
But I think what I want to see out of the offense this week is just go up tempo. Like BFN is at his best really when he's in that 2-minute offense and we're going quick on offense. And we've seen those really outstanding off-platform throws where he's rolling out, and really when he's not thinking and he's not overcomplicating things like trying to read a defense, when we're going quick, I feel like that's when BFN is at his best.
I agree.
Do you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's I think it's at the end of the game, he's a very clutch player. Yeah. So he likes to be put under pressure.
So if he takes every drive like that, you could see the best out of BFN.
Well, that's what I was saying. When we were down 10 at half, I was like, where's
There's no energy.
There's no energy. Yeah. There's no energy at all. I'm like, where's the drive? Where's the fight to push and I don't know. We shouldn't have to wait until 5 minutes into 5 minutes left in the fourth.
We shouldn't have to wait till the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, to do that.
Right.
We should do that the whole game. I don't understand it.
I think if you can, because the UTSA defense isn't the best in the world. They showed that versus Texas State and A&M. I think that there is a possibility that you can drive the ball on these guys by going quick and up tempo, but you do want to have some synergy on offense. You want to be able to run the ball and that turn into pass opportunities. So I'm interested to see which avenue that Norvell takes with his play calling. I can see them going run heavy, play action, kind of go back to what we did late last season.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to see is that quick up tempo, I just thought about this. When Taj Bullock is moved onto the field, I think it actually screws with the rhythm that BFN gets.
Well, yeah, because it's like I was gonna say, every time we run up with Taj Bullock, it's the same play. He runs out in shotgun.
Yep, it's either quarterback draw, quarterback counter.
Yeah, and he has probably Dupree onto his right, and in the UNC game, it just seemed like that there was no hand off to the running back or anything. It was just mostly he'll just QB draw and go, and that's it. And it slows down the tempo when you have Braden on the field, and Braden's getting into a groove of throwing the ball and getting multiple completions and stuff like that.
Well, and
taking Braden out after let's say 5 straight completions or something, it's gonna slow down the tempo. He's gonna roll. Why are we taking him out? So that's why I think that we need to use Taj more in situations when the offense can't throw the ball. I think Taj would be a great idea to.
I think he is good in short yardage. When it's 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1,
I agree.
He's good to throw in there. I think that we need to utilize each individual offensive player to the plays that really they are the most successful. And in all honesty, BFN's a good scrambler. I think that when a play breaks down, BFN should do that more because he displayed really good scrambling ability. We don't need Taj Bullock on the field for some quarterback runs but there are situations like you're saying in short yardage that really Taj Bullock thrives in. So, yeah, it's all situational. There needs to be certain plays that are set up for each player. And BFN and Taj Bullock, they're very different players. Like, they're very bipolar, separate skill sets. But, yeah, like Taj Bullock, really good in short yardage, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1.
Right.
But anything like a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, or 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, I'd keep BFN in
Yeah,
there.
like if
it
yeah.
keeps the defense on their toes.
Like seriously, like because if we're running 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 on Taj Bullock, the defense is going to know exactly what we're going to play.
Well,
we don't change up. We don't audible. Taj isn't audible. Taj isn't
No.
audible. Like I don't think I've ever seen him audible
What
once.
would keep the defense on their toes is if we put some RPOs into the playbook and had Taj Bullock throw it a couple times, keep the defense on their toes. Like, he's a capable passer. I wouldn't say he's the best passer, but he's more than capable of making an RPO play where he's like throwing a slant or throwing like a quick in route. I don't know. There's more things that I think our offense can do this week that we haven't seen the last 2 weeks. So I'm interested to see if we really open up our playbook more this week.
I had this theory last week after the game that I think that Jay was hiding part of his playbook because we're playing against, a team that wasn't very good.
That's the hope, really.
So that's what I'm hoping for. Yep. If that wasn't the case, that's a problem because that was really bad. You know what I mean? If that's all the plays we're going to run, it's not going to be good. I don't think we got to mix into some other stuff.
Yeah, we can't be too conservative, and I think that there are plays that are reliable. Like I think that those inside zone handoffs, to whether it's Jalen Dupree or Justin Marshall, like they're reliable plays. But you need to also when teams start crashing down and putting extra guys in the box, we need to take advantage of that and do some more play action passes or really motion out stuff. Like that's something I think we're missing in our offense.
I agree.
Looking at UTSA's defense this week and seeing if they're putting 7 guys in the box, motion out guys. Like Jackson Warren, you could line them up on the line of scrimmage.
Someone's going to be
motion him out.
I was going to say someone's going to be one-on-one if they're playing.
Right, and with a linebacker on him. Like, I don't know very many linebackers that can cover Jackson Warren.
Jackson Warren's too damn tall. I just don't like, and that's the thing I was saying when we were at the game last week. I was like, why aren't we throwing the ball to Jackson?
Yeah,
the dude's
and
6'8".
That's
like,
a topic,
I don't understand that.
That's a topic I wanted to talk about too. Is why aren't we setting up more plays to get Jackson Warren open, or just like so? And actually, it's not just him too. We saw late in the game that quick screens for Jordan Ross and Armani Winfield were very successful plays. We only saw them in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So there are things that we need to watch film, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure they watch the film and see which plays work for best players. Like Armani and Jordan Ross need to be put into the playbook a little bit more and utilize their skill sets more.
I agree. I mean, I think our leading receiver last week was who? Freaking.
It was Winfield.
Or Armani, it was Armani.
Yeah, I think he had 4 catches, 46 yards.
46 yards, something like that, yeah.
And he made clutch catches, too. Like, there were a couple catches
the
on the boundary.
20-yard screen, like the 15, 20
that was
yard
a big
screen,
one.
That was a big one. He had a couple clutch first downs.
Yep.
Did he throw Did Armani throw the ball to Braden on that?
That was Taylor Neer.
Taylor Neer, okay, gotcha.
And that's a play we see a lot with Norvell. Like, it's going to work every once in a while, and it's a fun play. Like, the Philly with BFN is always fun, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that for a touchdown in one of the next couple weeks. So, real quick, though, for UTSA, how much have you watched UTSA so far?
I have not watched a single second of UTSA. All I know is from what you have told me, their offense is very explosive.
Yeah, so they have a very good offense. They got Owen McCown at quarterback, very quick trigger guy. His release is insanely fast. Like when I watched him on film versus Texas State and A&M, like he gets the ball out quick, and like it's not even 2-step. It's like 1.5 seconds, and he's got the ball out already. So he's a guy that's going to chuck it around the field. It's our defense's job to get an interception or 2 off of him, because that's when UTSA struggles, is when Owen McCown's forcing the ball into coverage. So we got to take advantage of that. Their other guy that's really, really good, and he's probably their best player, is Robert Henry. He's their running back. Robert Henry's incredible. He's had 4 touchdowns with over 75-yard runs. So he's had 4 75-plus rushing touchdowns this year. Like it's unheard of through 2 or 3 weeks.
That's scary.
Well, I mean, he's explosive. He's fast. He's intimidating. He's got like the long dreadlocks and everything. So yeah, like we got to keep that. Keeping him under control as a defense and like really like
it's gonna be hard.
It is hard. And
it's gonna be like the Jonah Coleman.
That's what I was about to say. Is it's gonna be very similar to Jonah Coleman. Our defense has showed that against bigger O lines they can't really stop the run, and this is our opportunity this week is to show if we can or not. But yeah,
I mean, we have the guys, we have the size on the line,
and
on the
we
D
have
line,
we have the linebackers,
and we have the linebackers who can tackle, like Owen Long
and Jacob Ellis.
And Jacob Ellis, they're more than capable of doing that.
100%.
And we have guys we have nose tackles who are 330 pounds. And
yeah,
I don't know.
It's like a wait and see thing for me. Like we did struggle versus Jonah Coleman, but that was against probably the best O line we'll play all year. But yeah, like I'm cautiously optimistic for our defense this week.
I think the secondary is a little scary. That's the only thing.
I actually don't mind our second. Like they had a couple plays where they broke down, but outside of those couple plays, I thought Jahari Rogers and Lamondre Joe, they played well.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be interesting. Like I think UTSA is a receiver. I think his name's Kobe McEwen. Very explosive receiver. I'd imagine Jahari Rogers will be on him most of the game. But, like, that's the matchup to watch. Like, if Jahari Rogers is getting beat, we might be in trouble. So we need a big game out of the corners for sure.
Definitely, I agree. Yeah, I mean, the secondary did play good at some points, but there was definitely some things that I was watching. The penalties I'm a little worried about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's way too many defensive penalties.
Yeah.
PIs and everything.
The PIs are kind of, like, irritating me a little bit. And I think the guy that I noticed that was a little bit too handsy was CJ Blocker.
Yeah.
Very athletic kid. Like, I think that he needs to be more cognizant of just, like, keeping his hands off shoulder pads, like, when a ball's coming in, you know? Mm-hmm. You could be a little bit of handsy and the refs won't notice, but, like, when you're tugging down a guy's, like, shoulder pads when the ball's coming in, like, that's going to get called every time.
Right, exactly.
So, and he's a good player. If he can avoid that kind of stuff, like, he'll be fine. I could see CJ Blocker getting, like, 2-3 interceptions this year. But, yeah, like, the PI stuff needs to stop.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
But, yeah, really, like, what are you looking for on the CSU side of things? So not really UTSA, but the CSU side of things. Like, which players are you interested or, like, most excited to see this week and, like, how they'll do versus UTSA?
I think the biggest side of the ball that needs to step up, I actually don't think it's the offense. I think it's the defense that you're playing against such a powerful offense.
I see that.
And on our defensive side, I think the players we should watch for, oh my God, I'm blanking linebacker that I just said earlier.
Jacob Ellis?
No, the other one.
Owen Long.
Yeah, sorry.
Man.
Owen Long is probably going to be the best player on our defense. I think our linebackers are actually going to do the best on our defense. I think. I don't know how do you like from what you've been studying. Does UTSA's offensive line look pretty dominating or are they kind of just mediocre or are they bad?
I'd say they're a good O-line. They're not as good as Washington, but they can definitely move the ball. Like I think they get some push. They won't get as much push as the Washington O-line will. Mm-hmm. But I think that their O-line definitely has an advantage over our D-line for most part.
Yeah. I think that if we run those cornerback blitzes that we did with Jake Jarmanovich. Jamalovich. I think we will be. I think that's going to be a big thing because every time we ran a corner blitz against Northern Colorado, it worked for the most part. They did work. I don't know if we ran it twice or once. I don't remember. But
we run it a lot.
Yeah, we do run it a lot.
Blitzes, and sometimes it gets us in trouble, but
yeah. But I'm trying to think what else. Our interior line against Northern Colorado really couldn't get to the quarterback for some reason. It was really weird.
I was expecting a lot better pass rush versus UNC, and it was kind of a letdown. because like guys like Jaquez Evans and Paul Tangelo and Kenny Nager should be able to get pressure.
Right.
And I didn't see that out of them, so it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we hyped those guys up so much before the season started, and yeah, for them to not be able to get any sacks whatsoever, it's kind of irritating. I don't know how else to put it. Like, we should see more out of the D line, and we just haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
And if they can't do it versus UNC, there's no expectations that they'll be able to get just a ton of sacks versus UTSA.
Which is
kind of how fast they get out the ball.
Which is kind of underwhelming a little bit and kind of sad because like our D line I thought was going to be one of our best strong points.
Yep.
But I mean, it just I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe we're just unlucky and we're playing against a really good offensive lineman, or I don't know what it is. And maybe it's the defensive calls too. Maybe Tyson Summers might need to switch something up a little bit more.
No, what I've seen with the play calling is it's been fine. Like, I think that he's calling a lot of blitzes and we're just not getting to the quarterback. So yeah, I don't know what to think of the D line. They're fighting against the run. Like guys like Mukendi and Andrew Lorich and Jaquez Evans have been really good against the run, but they're just not getting to the quarterback. And I think that I don't want to say it's a skill set thing because I feel like they can, but it's just kind of a wait and see thing for me. Like I want to see a few sacks like this week, but it'll be hard versus Owen McCown for sure.
Yeah. How many sacks have we gotten this?
Maybe one
or two.
I think we've maybe gotten one sack in the last 2 games.
Oh, it's not gonna cut it, dude. Like we need to get to the quarterback.
We've gotten sacks, but they've been more like the DB blitzes.
Yeah, I don't think any of our linemen have actually gotten a sack.
I don't think
anyone on the interior line or the ends have gotten a fucking sack. But I think we've gotten a lot, maybe some TFLs, but I don't think
we've gotten quite a bit of TFLs, but no, not enough sacks for sure. I think what we need to see from CSU for me for like the individual stuff and like which side of the ball, I think we definitely obviously need to see more out of Braden. I think we need to see the offense be able to generate more explosives.
Yeah, exactly.
Generate more explosives. Like, can we see 20 to 25 yard passes completed down the field? Can we see more Jackson Warren?
Yeah.
Can we see more Jordan Ross? Like, those are the guys that need to have big games this week. Can we see more of Armani Winfield? And then on the defensive side,
I think, why isn't Kojo playing? Like
Kojo's almost ready. So
he's just injured?
Yeah, Norvell said in his press conference that Kojo will be ready around like conference season, probably week 5 or week 6.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Which I'm really excited for Kojo.
You think they're gonna replace Tommy with Kojo for punt returns? Because I know at Ohio State that he was returning, and they should. And no disrespect to Tommy, but that Northern Colorado game was pretty abysmal. And I think that Tommy should just wait and kind of just sit out with the punt returning.
I think that punt returner spot might be getting warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. Kojo's going to be like our Torrey Horton 2.0.
Honestly, I think that for even at like a starting spot at wide receiver, I think Tommy Maher's been good. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kojo takes that starting slot receiver spot too. And like we'll still play Tommy Maher. He's been a solid player. But yeah, I expect to see both of them when Kojo comes back.
Right.
But yeah, real quick on the defensive side of the ball, I think that the guys I'm most excited to watch is Owen Long for sure. I need to see a little bit more at Aiden Hector. Like he's been good, but I want to see sophomore Aiden Hector. Like I want to see an interception or two. And then on the D line, like Jaquez Evans. Like I want to see Jaquez Evans have that breakout game. Like that dude was a ridiculously good player at Western Kentucky. We're seeing like a good, not great version of Jaquez Evans. Like I want to see the great Jaquez Evans that was first team all conference at Western Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I think this week needs to be his breakout week.
I agree. I mean, I have to look at his stats or anything, but I don't really know how. You said he's like doing okay and decent. It's just he's not like anything crazy.
Yeah, nothing statistically crazy really either. He's had quite a bit of tackles. Like he's been good against the run. I want to see a couple sacks.
That's what I'm saying. We need some sacks on the line just in general, dude. Like Jake Jarmolovich is the only one on our team that can get to the quarterback, and he's running a corner blitz, and we're gonna have to, he shouldn't be the only one trying to get sacks. A corner should not be our leading sack, our sack leader.
Yeah, Lamondre Joe can't be our leading sack leader at the end of the season. It's not possible.
We don't run a lot of linebacker blitzes, do we?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, we do. I was gonna say because Owen
There's not getting
through the line. Yeah.
No, I see Jacob Ellis rushing the passer all the time, and he's just he's not getting to the quarterback. He's been close multiple times, but
quarterback just gets it off right before.
Really, there's been so many blitzes this year where they've been close to getting to the quarterback, and they're getting it out like very last second. So, I think the recipe for success for the defense, especially this week, is just getting to the quarterback quick. Like I said, it'll be hard to get interceptions, or not interceptions. I'm sorry, the sacks this week if we can't get to Owen McCown. But Owen McCown gets the ball out very, very fast.
Right.
So I think this week, we're playing a team where we won't be able to get sacks because of how quick he gets the ball out.
So, I think it's going to come down to our linebackers and our corners, definitely.
Oh, secondary's huge recipe for success this week.
Yeah. Well, the line just needs to stop the run. That's basically what the line's job should be, is stopping the run.
And it should be the top priority this week. Robert Henry's incredible. If you haven't watched Robert Henry play, watch the highlights of UTSA versus A&M versus Texas State. He's quick, he's elusive, he's strong. He bounces off tackles as well as he just breaks it outside too. So I wouldn't say he's better than Jonah Coleman, but if you watch his film, he looks almost as good as Jonah Coleman. It's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anything else you want to talk about for really the game breakdown?
I do want to look up one thing real quick while we're here. I'm going to look up the ESPN UTSA stats. I'm just going to look at a couple things. Man, dude, that
they didn't play bad.
They haven't played bad. The last two games they have not been playing bad.
Yeah, Robert Henry has 480 rushing yards through 3 games.
That's ridiculous. And 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 10 yards a carry.
Devin McEwen, not Kobe McEwen.
Yeah, Devin McEwen.
Yep.
Okay. Dude, he's averaging 10 yards a carry. Yep. That's insane.
10 yards a carry, guys.
Against Texas State A&M.
Against good teams, yeah.
That's insane. I need to look. I want to look at their. I just want to look at the stats they did. How did he do against?
Oh yeah, you clicked on it.
Yeah. How did they do? He had 177 against A&M.
Yeah,
who is one of the top defenses in the country.
Yeah, he had a 75-yard rushing touchdown versus A&M.
Man,
the defense needs to be on their shit this week.
Yeah, they really do, because we will get blown out if we can't stop the run. This reminds me of Ashton Genty type of guy a little bit, which is a little scary.
He is just as explosive for sure.
Yeah. It does seem like their defense gives up a lot of points, though.
Nah, their defense isn't the greatest. Our offense obviously hasn't been the greatest, so it's if they're going to have a breakout week, it has to be versus this UTSA defense.
I agree. We really the run is going to be huge to stop here.
Yeah, we need to see Jalen Dupree, Lloyd Avant, Marshall have really big games.
Right. What is our 53-47? I think this is so they give UTSA a 53% chance to win against us. I think that's mostly just because of
I think
because of the last week game, and I also think that this would be higher if their defense was a little bit better.
Yeah, I think prior to the UNC game, we were given a 54% chance, and it went down to 47, which isn't a huge drop off. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. I thought ESPN FPI was going to give us a 38% chance of winning, but
right. Yeah, dude, I don't know. The run game is scaring me a little bit.
The run defense needs to really contain.
If we can hold Henry under 100 yards rushing, that's a good game.
Oh, that's a huge win. That's a win.
Yeah, we should win if that's the case. Yeah. You know what I mean? On our offense, who do you think is going to be the best player on our offense this upcoming week?
I think it has to be Dupree. I think that the run game needs to be instilled early and often. and I think Dupree needs to have a similar game this week than he did versus Washington. I think BFN's probably the key to actually winning the game. He just needs to make the right decisions, make the right reads. If he can do that, I think this game stays close. And like, if we can get it to the last few minutes of the game and we have the ball, that's when you can trust BFN. So I think if we can get to that clutch moment, like that's the most important part. But yeah, I think throughout the game, the player that will have the most success will be Dupree. Now, I have a question for you. Like, out of the wide receivers, like which are the wide receivers that you think have the best chance of being successful this week?
It's hard to say because the last two games, it hasn't seemed like the wide receivers have really been a factor at all. So, low key, I would probably say Armani Winfield would probably be our number one person on the wide receiver side that I think should have a good game.
He's been the most productive. I still think that Jordan Ross is the most talented, but those are the two guys for me. I think that
Jordan Ross would also be a very good pick. I agree.
Yeah, I think that Jordan Ross probably gets the most open out of any of our wide receivers. He's the most skilled. He's the most fast receiver.
He just never gets the ball thrown to him.
He really doesn't. I don't know if he's even really being prioritized by BFN.
He's not, I don't really think he is, dude. I think
he's looking for Jackson Warren the most.
Well, yeah, because he can just lob it up and Jackson can high point it. And
but he can't have tunnel vision on
one
Jackson
guy.
Warren.
No, exactly. He shouldn't at all. I don't know. The running game, it's hard. It's hard that we haven't been throwing the ball to wide receivers mostly because of the run game's been doing very well. So
that's not what I'm getting at all. Our play calling's been completely balanced through the last 2 weeks. It's not even like a factor of, we're running the ball too much, and then when we pass it, it's out of sorts. I think that the last 2 weeks, whenever we've passed it, I think that BFN hasn't been going through his progressions and reads correctly.
Yeah,
and that's causing a disconnect in the passing game. Now, when Norvell was asked by the media if there's a disconnect in the pass game, he said that there is no disconnect. I think that the blame falls upon BFN a little bit on just like seeing easy reads and not being able to make the throws or just missing reads completely.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a disconnect, and I think the disconnect might not even be a progression thing. It's that BFN is having a little bit of tunnel vision on a couple receivers and not really looking at Jordan Ross and Armani as much as the other guys. Like, I'm interested to see, and I'm going to do a little bit of research later, if there's more targets for Tommy Maher and Jackson Warren. So actual targets, not even like receptions for those two guys compared to Jordan Ross and Armani.
Mm-hmm. I just think we need to get the wide receivers involved more. We have a very skilled wide receiver room that we aren't even using.
Yep. And
this is another thing. If Jalen Dupree was our only running back, he would have way more rushing yards than he has right now.
So I'm not even really irritated at that because of the production we've gotten out of Avant and Marshall.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I do think that when you have as good of a player as Jalen Dupree, I think he probably should be getting 6 to 7 more carries per game.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I do agree with you that Dupree should be getting the ball a little bit more.
Right, I agree. Well, the good thing about our offense is we do like throwing checkdowns and throwing little out routes to the running backs.
Yeah.
And all three of our running backs have shown they can get to the ball.
100%.
So I think that's another big thing that I don't know how UTSA is going to deal with. Because if we get the wide receivers going and we get our running backs going in the passing game, I don't know if UTSA is really going to be able to stop us.
Yeah.
It's going to be extremely hard for them. And I also think it's vice versa for CSU. Same if they get the running game going and their passing game going, I don't know if we're going to be able to stop them.
Yeah.
Mostly the running game. The running game is pretty terrifying.
If we're playing good, I can see this game being a shootout.
I agree, yeah.
Because UTSA has a very good offense. I think that our offense really needs to come to play this week. Because this game could be like the Texas State UTSA game where it could be like 42-35.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't have faith in our defense. If our defense has a good game and our offense has a good game, that's a scary sight.
I'm going to say we'll blow them out. We'll win by 20 if that's the case.
But yeah, that's how this is going to be a good game for UTSA side of things, is that their offense is going to be able to score the ball. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's a testament of our defense. Like I think our defense will be good come conference play. This is a very good offense. So, yeah, expect a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
I think the only way we'll stay in this game is if we can put up points.
I agree. If we can't put up points against this high-power offense, we're just not going to win. We're just going to get blown out.
Yep.
And showing from the last game, it's not looking very good.
Like the hope isn't so. Actually, I would not even hope. Hope's the wrong word. The expectations aren't as high as they were before the season started, or even after the Washington game. But I'm hoping this game changes all of our minds a little bit and gives us hope going forward for the season, and that our offense, this kind of needs to be a breakout game of sorts. BFN needs to bounce back in the biggest way. Do you agree?
Yeah. I think everyone who's a CSU fan who watched the game 2 weeks ago agrees that BFN needs to put points on the board with his arm and throw the ball down
vertically.
Not rushing.
No, I'm saying vertically throw the ball down the field.
He needs to throw the ball. Like, he can't just keep running. Like, that's just not going to get us anywhere.
Where is 2023 Rocky Mountain Showdown BFN? Did he disappear after that game? Can he come back? Like, we need to see him come back, and we need him in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that he's taking accountability. He's also hearing from the naysayers, because we're all keeping him accountable. And I think BFN needs to bounce back in the biggest way possible.
I agree. Now, here, let me ask you a question. So, if BFN doesn't bounce back and has a bad game again, where do we go with the quarterback situation?
Jackson Brousseau.
I don't believe that BFN should be the quarterback if he has another poor game like this.
That's why it is the make or break game for BFN. Is that trust me, if he has a bad first half, I think Jackson Brousseau goes in. He took reps with the ones all week. I think that BFN needs to be very successful very early in the game. He needs to come out swinging. And, I'm interested. I think there's a chance he might be firing away. And I think that as long as he prepares well, and that Norvell puts together a really good game plan and calls the right plays, that he can put BFN in a position of success. But it's up to BFN.
It is all on BFN at this point.
It's up to BFN.
I just hope that game against Northern Colorado did something to him mentally.
If that didn't do anything to him, then he's mentally psychotic, because you'd hope that kind of performance lights a fire under his ass.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it did.
I'm just gonna look at the stats of the game.
I don't even know if I want to look at the stats.
I'm just he threw 132 passing yards,
and 70 of those came in the last two drives of the game.
Yeah, and that's just insanely poor. Oh my God, I didn't even realize we didn't get a single sack.
Not a single sack.
Wow.
If you can't get a sack versus Northern Colorado, what are we doing as a defense?
Yeah, I don't understand this.
And the defense didn't have a bad game. We all watched it. They contained the run very well. I'm just a little surprised on UNC's drop back passes, where how is Eric Gibson being able to just stay in the pocket for 28 pass attempts? I thought that he maybe passed the ball 15 times, 28 pass attempts without a single sack. He's chilling out in the pocket. Really no defender close to him. Now, I will be honest, we had a few plays where we were close to getting at him and getting a sack, and a lot of them were those nickel blitzes or corner blitzes, but, yeah, no, that's shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, what is it, one
Like-
and a half sacks versus Washington. I think
Yeah.
we might have 1.5 sacks.
Like we should be averaging like 2. Our defense is pretty good. Like I don't know why we're not averaging 2 or 3 sacks a game.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Also, BFN had a QBR 37, which is unheard ofly bad. It's terrible. Like,
Okay, and
like he got outplayed by an FCS quarterback.
And for a confirmation, this is what I'm talking about on the disconnect for the wide receiver core. Armani, 4 catches, 3 of them are on the last 2 drives of the game. So let's take the last drive of the game out of it. Jordan Ross, 3 catches, 2 catches on the final 2 drives of the game. So let's subtract all that. Jackson Warren had 1 catch. Levon Brown had 1 catch.
Oh, sorry.
Jalen Dupree had 2 catches. Those are 6 completions prior to the last 2 drives of the game, and Tommy Maher had 2 catches for the entire game, and neither of those were on the last 2. Or actually, one of them was on the last drive of the game. So you have 7 of your probably the biggest completions of the game, but if you take away that production from the last 2 drives of the game, BFN really had 4 completions to wide receivers for the first 5-6 drives of the game. That's unbelievable. That's unheard of.
Quarterbacks throw 5 or 6 completions in a drive.
Yeah.
And we're talking about 5 or 6
Well, in
possessions.
in BFN's
That's
to BFN's credit, he threw 5 to 6 completions in the final couple drives of the game, but for an 8-drive game where you go 6 drives with 4 to 5 completions, and then the final 2 drives 5 to 6 completions, it's just bad football.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see BFN have at least 20 to 25 completions in this game versus UTSA.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Braden should be throwing the ball. Our number 1 priority should be throwing the ball. We have the talent to be throwing the ball.
It's not bad to be run heavy and then pass off of it. But yeah, there needs to be more synergy between the the passing game and the running game offensively. And we're not seeing it. At least we didn't last week. We saw it for most of the Washington game. Is it a preparation thing? Is it a game plan thing? I don't think it's a game plan thing. I think that Norvell lost trust in BFN at halftime and went away from even throwing the ball at all for pass attempts wise. Like the first couple drives of the game, off film review, BFN was throwing the ball, but was missing on targets. He missed Jackson Warren wide open in the middle of the field. He missed Jordan Ross on a deep ball. Luckily, there's a PI penalty, and then missed a wide open touchdown to Tommy Maher. So that falls upon Braden, but I think that when we're setting up a game plan, that there needs to be more like cognizant thinking from Norvell to get Braden into a rhythm, and to combine that with BFN actually preparing well and executing, we might actually see some success passing the ball this week.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats from the UNC game. The turnovers were a massive issue.
Oh yeah,
that just needs to get out. We don't even those should not happen. Those turnovers that happened that game should never happen again.
And to Norvell, it was a fluke. Like 5 turnover games, crazy. 2 of them happening on punts. But yeah, there can't be fumbles. There can't be interceptions. You could probably have like 1 interception or 1 fumble in a game and you'll be all right. But yeah, 3 of them and then 2 fumbles on punt returns can't happen.
No.
Can we make a change at punt returner? Like Tommy Maher is a decent player, but I really hope there's a change at punt returner this week.
I agree. Also,
like,
the
Jordan
penalties
Ross
too.
Or Levon Brown back there.
10 penalties for 94 yards.
Let's not even talk about the penalties.
The penalties were just egregious.
A lot of those were defensive, as you talked about.
Yeah, they were.
Earlier.
They were
PI penalties. There's untimely roughing the passers. That can't happen. A good football team should not do that.
Mm-mm.
You got to clean that stuff up. I feel like there's been a constant issue over the last 3 seasons with untimely penalties.
I agree.
And it's caused some losses. So, yeah, you got to clean that kind of stuff up. If we want to even be close to an 8-win football team this year, We have to avoid turnovers, obviously, and avoid untimely penalties because you're going to get penalties, but untimely penalties is ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't even know how many first downs we got in the first half or at all. I don't remember us getting many first downs. Because look here, I'm looking at the play-by-play right now. He's pass interference, okay, blah blah blah.
Well,
no, there was no first down on the first drive. I know that. Fumble, there was a first down. There was one first down. Field goal, we got a first down there. We had 2 first downs.
I don't even think we need to look at this. I just felt like it was an atrocious half of football offensively. And yeah, half of the blame can be on Norvell for bad play calling, but the other half is definitely BFN not making reads, not going through his progressions, as we talked about.
Yeah.
It's a preparation thing. Like, I don't even think the game plan was bad. I just think that preparation was off, and then when we weren't executing passing the ball, Norvell kind of like shriveled down his play calling to just pound the rock up the middle, and it worked until the final couple drives of the game where BFN went to the 2-minute drill and just slang the football around.
I don't know. All I know is if we have a first half like we did against UNC, against this UTSA team, we're going to get blown out. And I think that's factual. Fear. And that's our big, because we're at home. It's going to be probably another sellout game.
You have to take advantage of a massive crowd, and the students are going to come full force again.
But if you don't play well, the students are going to leave. And we've seen them many times.
Yeah.
Even 2 weeks ago against Northern Colorado, when we were down 10, and I'm like, at halftime, I'm like, watch, half these people are going to leave now because we suck. We're playing horrible.
They stayed.
Yeah. They stayed, which was surprising.
Yep.
I was like, wow, okay. But if we do that again, there's no doubt in my mind people are going to start leaving.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind, especially if a game like this again. Like
there's a short leash with the football program, and really it comes down to this week. Like, if you get blown out at home this week, that leash gets shorter and shorter, especially for Norvell. But like the fans will start giving up hope. Give them a reason to stay, and by playing really good this week, like that is giving the students a lot of confidence. And there'd be more hope around the football program. We talked about it last week, actually. If you just do a quick turnaround, forget this game even happened, and you go out and upset UTSA at home, the expectations of the program are right back to where they used to be.
Exactly. Well, the whole idea of this game just kind of goes away. The whole like stress and depression about everything. This game is not a factor anymore, because if we can have a good showing against this team who is a top G5 school this year, like no one's gonna even think about this game of the UNC game at all.
That's the hope.
And like I don't even know who we play after. I need to look at.
We play Wazoo.
Oh, we play Wazoo. Is it at home or is it on the road?
It's at home.
Okay, and then this gives us so much confidence to come back next week at home and play against Washington State.
Yeah, and
it's very and Wazoo really isn't.
Wazoo's been bad this
year.
Wazoo's
not
by
good.
40 to North Texas. So, did you see that, by the way?
I did not see that.
Click on Wazoo.
Let me see. Wow, that's really bad. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. So this is his live reaction of what Wazoo did last week.
So I will say these stats look exactly how our stats did against Northern Colorado.
Yeah, but against a good team.
Yikes. Three turnovers.
So yeah,
3 picks.
That's actually a good perspective that you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it would look like if statistically we played like we did versus UNC against UTSA.
Yeah, it would be something we would lose by 40.
Yeah, 59-10.
They scored 20. It was 42-3 at halftime.
Yeah, I watched the game live.
It was 52-3 in the third. Oh my god,
Wazoo's
dude.
defense is very bad. So I mean, we'll talk about that game obviously next week. But yeah, I'm a lot more confident about that game. But you have to get through UTSA first. Like, don't give us a reason to just give up on CSU by playing horrible versus UTSA. Give us some hope.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
But yeah, any final thoughts? We could probably recap this. I don't think we need to talk really NFL. Like
we can do that on Saturday or something. I agree.
Yeah, we'll probably
it's kind of a short episode today, but that is okay. It's not that much shorter than
we're probably gonna do a post game show after UTSA
just to get your guys' initial reactions and answer some questions and give us your guys' questions on on our opinions on how we played or something.
Actually, might as well what do you think will be the score prediction here for today's week? It could be all over the place, but I'm an optimist.
I'm an optimist too. I think that we're gonna win since we're at home, but I think the score is gonna be 34-31. That's what I think it's gonna be. That's gonna be a very close game. We cover the spread by a half a point.
I'm gonna go a little bit more crazy here,
or by a point and a half. Sorry.
I think we do see the offense break out, so the score will be what it'll be because I think it'll be higher. Like I think that the team scores over 40 because I think we need it, but I actually think that we have two just ridiculous defensive touchdowns that help us get there. I think we win 42-41. And I think that we score on the last, or I shouldn't say the last play of the game. I think we win on the last drive of the game.
Yeah. And just one more thing before we end this stream. Even if we lose the game, if we just show that we have talent and we are competent to move the ball down the field, I'm not even going to be upset. No. I'm gonna be upset that we lost. Yes, that's fine, but I understand we're playing a team that's not very it probably has a top offense in the country.
What I need to see out of the team this week is, as you said, competitiveness, a spark. Like I want us to be as motivated as ever coming off of a bad game. If we lose by 7, if we lose by 1 score. Even if it's in heartbreaking fashion, or even if we're down 14, we cut it to 7. Like, that's the fight that I need to see. Like, this is a good football. UTSA is a good football team. If you lose, 38-31, 38-30, there's no shame. Like, we came to fight. I'm not giving up on our team if that happens. What I would give up on our team with is if we lost the game 38-14,
and got blown
42-20.
You got smoked.
Oh yeah,
the whole game. That will piss me off. I think that's ridiculous.
This is a crazy take, but maybe agreed with a lot of people. I think Norvell is very close to being fired if we lose by 3 or more scores.
I agree. I could see that. I don't think they're actually going to do it. I don't think John Weber is going to pull the trigger and actually fire him.
It'd be very costly too.
I think it is, but I don't think he's getting an extension.
Yeah. I think extension's off the table if you lose a game like that.
Yeah.
I think that if you keep it close.
The expectation for CSU this year was 9-3.
The expectation is 9-3.
We're on after that last game. Yeah. Our expectations probably 4-8.
The expectations quickly changed after UNC, and now we're just hanging on by a thread.
I'm looking at all our upcoming schedule after the UTSA game. We should have back-to-back wins if we beat UTSA. We should beat Washington State at home. They're not very good.
If you lose to UTSA, you still probably have back-to-back wins versus Wazoo and SDSU.
SDSU is a little bit of a shaky one. I don't know.
They didn't look good last week.
Oh, they did get blown up by Washington State. I forgot about that.
It looked bad, and Wazoo got blown out by 39. 49.
Yeah.
So, no, those are two bad football teams. Then you get a home game versus Fresno. So, all hope's not lost if you lose to UTSA, but it'll certainly feel horrible.
Yeah.
If you
and then
lose
we
by
get a
3
home
or
game
more
against
scores.
Hawaii. I'm looking right here. We have the chance to win 5 straight games. Because realistically, all these teams, besides UTSA, they're underperforming.
Just because you're not seeing what we're seeing, Wazoo, San Diego State, Fresno State, Hawaii. Hawaii's a good team, but you have them at home. Fresno's a good team, you have them at home. San Diego State and San Diego State and Wazoo are not good teams as of what we've seen so far. If you beat UTSA, obviously the expectations to win those games. But my argument is if you lose to UTSA, the whole fan base will be pissed, obviously. But you have a chance to win 4 games in a row and make us completely forget about what happened early on the season.
Yeah. I will say the bottom half of our schedule is pretty rough.
Right. The last 4 games are a nightmare.
Wyoming and Laramie. Wyoming doesn't look very good either.
But it's the Border War.
It's in Laramie, so it's going to be a tough game no matter what.
You actually I'm starting to see this and think about this. You have to win the next 5 games to even have a chance of sniffing a bowl because of how bad or how hard our last 5 games of the season are. At Wyoming, UNLV, at New Mexico, who looks like the second best team in the conference right now.
At Boise State,
probably the third best team in the conference, and then Air Force at home is nice at least. Like if you're 5-6 going into
Air Force, and it's a rivalry game.
Okay, no, calm down a little bit. Calm down.
Still a rivalry game. It's
Air Force just lost by 22 to Utah State.
Yeah, that's true.
Air Force's defense looked horrible last week.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is that you have to position yourself going into the final stretch. And to do that with at least more confidence, you have to win this game.
We need to have at least 5 wins after this UTSA game.
You have to be 5-2 by week 7.
Yeah, I agree. Because I could see us losing to UNLV, and I could see us losing to Boise State. New Mexico is a toss-up.
No, I legitimately see us losing at New Mexico this week, and them beating the streak. They've looked that good. So no, New Mexico scares me. I think another fun thing we can do on Saturday night, if we have enough time, is kind of do like a reflection and like a Mountain West power rankings. Kind of go through it. We'll do it after the Saturday games. I don't think I want to do it today.
Yeah, well, wait. We can also just do that after non-conference too for all the teams, and then we can do it. Right. We should wait on that until after week 4.
There's too many teams that have question marks, and I was kind of going through it when I was.
There's a lot of teams that have a question mark.
I was kind of thinking that when I was doing my rankings for a few of my Twitter pages I run, but yeah, like it's been very hard to just rank the Mountain West teams. Like everyone below the top 3 could go anywhere from 4 to 11. Like it's kind of crazy. So yeah, we'll probably wrap things up after that. Any final thoughts? I think we kind of just went through everything.
I think we went through everything that I think we're going to talk about.
Yep.
So
show up Saturday. I'm really excited about tailgating and everything.
Yeah, got a late one. Game ain't going to end probably until like
10:30 or
11 probably. If it goes to overtime, probably midnight, which is going to be
I'm really excited about that atmosphere though. Like
I just hope that even if it's a good game, I'm a little worried people might leave because it's gonna get pretty late.
Oh, really? I don't think so. I think it'll be similar to the Wyoming game last year because that was like an 8:30 start and everyone was still in their seats by the end of the game.
Yeah, that's fair. So
as long as it's a good game and we're playing well, I think that the crowd will stay and hoping to get 15,000 students again.
If we can sell out Canvas Stadium on the student section, I think that would be.
We're close. I think we're getting really close, is what I saw. So yep, have a good one, Ram fans. Thanks for tuning in.
And we will see you guys on Saturday. Hopefully, if anything happens, we'll send out a tweet and let you guys.